What's good, football fans? Back at you once again with another video, and today I wanted to come on and talk about a player the team was able to pick up in Jabril Cox. Now, Cox is a guy that I actually had my eye on back in 2021 when he came out in the draft, and Dallas actually was able to get him in the 4th round, which a lot of people looked at as him kind of slipping in the draft to begin with. But this guy is definitely a physical presence. 6'3", 233 pounds. He plays that hybrid linebacker role that Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio really love to covet, you know? And the kid had all kinds of success over at North Dakota State where Carson Wentz was at. And then, he transferred over to LSU before being drafted in 2021. Now, he's only played in 16 games in his entire career. He has never started one game. And he doesn't have much to show for it on the stat sheet either. He's only made 8 tackles, and he's played mainly special teams or, in and out giving people breathers. And it doesn't help much that 7 games into his rookie season, he blew his knee out. Now, the recovery from that injury stretched into last year a little bit, but he's 100% healthy now. He actually played quite a bit in the preseason. I think the thing is with the Cowboys, they do not value linebackers all that much. And they already have Leighton Vander Esch and Michael Parsons, who, by the way, is actually listed as an end on their roster. And I think the mindset they were taking was they figured they could just drop Cox down to the practice squad. No one would notice, and they'd be able to kind of keep him down there, continue to develop him, and everything would be okay. But that's not so. And for the 2nd year in a row, Washington is able to get one of Dallas's former draft picks. Last year, they were able to get John Ridgeway, and he's definitely done good enough in his role to still be on the roster a year later. And with Phidarian Mathis having injury issues, he's probably going to get a bulk of the reps this year. Cox could have signed with Dallas. There was an offer there for him to go to their practice squad. He declined it and decided to go with Washington. To me, that says a lot. That tells me he probably sees more of an opportunity with a fresh start with Washington rather than staying in Dallas where he's kind of like, he's listed on the backlog of things. I talked a little bit about the subject in my last video with linebackers still being, a question mark for me. Until it isn't, it's a question mark for me. Seeing them pick up Cox is a good thing in my opinion. Sometimes a change of scenery could be a good thing. What I'm hopeful for is that maybe in the near future, he could be a candidate for the Buffalo nickel spot. He's literally the prototypical player that we would want to put in that position. He's big enough to cover tight ends, athletic and fast enough to keep up with running backs. He covers well, and he can tackle. Kid just needs time on the field and experience. Something that Dallas wasn't really able to offer him at this point. So now he goes over to Washington's practice squad, and we'll see how this all turns out. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments about Jabril Cox. Y'all take it easy. Peace.